Hi YouTubers, it's SmokingS787 again. Let me show you the housekeeping. Packers Club Snuff, my second favorite snuff. Let me just clean that up. Yeah, a little bit of the snuff you spilled. No big deal. So, let me just get my handkerchief. So why am I making a second video today? Well, it is the second anniversary. The second anniversary. The second anniversary of what, you ask? It is the second anniversary of President Obama signing into law the Family Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. That's right, on June 22nd, 2009, President Obama signed into law the Family Prevention and Tobacco Control Act of 2009. Now, and this law did many things. It was one of the first big laws to restrict tobacco. Well, not restrict tobacco, but to really control tobacco. It happened 2 years ago, on this day, I think on this day, June 22nd, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It may have happened on the 21st or 23rd. So, the first thing this law basically did, and basically what we're talking about is, was it worth it? Was this new law that President Obama signed into law 2 years ago, was it worth it? Did it really do what it was designed to do? So the first thing it did, is it basically required tobacco companies. Basically, this law basically gave the FDA control of the cigarette industry and tobacco industry, but mainly the cigarette industry. This law was really aimed at cigarettes. And as you'll see, it really was aimed at cigarettes. Excuse me. So the first thing it did, sorry, I gotta take a hold of my throat. So the first thing it did was it made cigarette companies, it forced them to reveal ingredients in cigarettes. And within 6 months, there was a list of all the harmful ingredients in cigarettes. So you can imagine, I mean, anyone who knows anything about tobacco knows that most cigarettes, with the exception of Dunhills and National American Spirits, everyone knows that cigarettes have a ton of crap in them, and such as formaldehyde and arsenic, etc. And so that's one of the big things it did. Is it made tobacco companies, it forced them to reveal ingredients. The second thing it did was it restricted advertising near schools. The whole big thing about this bill is it protects the children. And it's really to discourage young children and young adults from smoking. So basically, if a convenience store or a gas station was within 1,000 feet of a school, they couldn't advertise, cigarettes. The third thing it did, and by the way, all these three things took effect immediately within 3 months of the bill passing. It made flavored cigarettes, with the exception of menthol, illegal. Not illegal to possess, but illegal to sell in stores. Now, any flavored cigarette, like a clove cigarette, has to be called a cigar. It has to resemble a cigar. Like, the wrapping paper has to be looking like a cigar. Like the Jar and Blacks. The fourth thing it did within a year of the bill passing, on June 23rd, 2010, is it banned words in connection with tobacco. Basically, by that I mean Marlboro Lights, for example, could not be called Marlboro Lights anymore. Anything that suggests that the tobacco product is safer, such as light, medium, ultralight, menthol, mild, cannot be used anymore. I think they can still use mild in connection with pipe tobacco, but I don't think they can use it in connection with cigarettes. Now, the fourth thing it did, and actually this takes effect today, is it made it so that cigarette packs now have to have new, more extreme warning labels on them. I actually did a video on that a while back. I think it was in January, of the new graphic warning labels on cigarette packs. I thought it was going to affect all tobacco products, but apparently it only affects cigarettes. So now, 15 months from this date, so that'd be September 22nd, 2012, all cigarette packs will have new graphic warning labels on them. Basically, that's what the FDA is doing. Now, the question of the day: was it worth it? Was the Family Prevention and Tobacco Control Act worth it? Was it worth it to pass? Was it worth it to ban all flavored novelty clove cigarettes? Was it worth it to make tobacco companies forced to reveal harmful ingredients? Was it worth it? You can tell me your opinion. I agree with parts of this bill, but I don't agree with the part that bans flavor in cigarettes. So, I mean, the big part of this bill, again, was so it discourages minors, particularly minors, but even so, young adults from smoking. Now, I'm 20, I'm considered a young adult, and I smoke. Obviously, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do smoke pipes and cigars and the hookah, and I use nasal snuff. So, I am a tobacco user, a young adult tobacco user. And that bill is trying to discourage me from doing that. But I don't think it had much of an effect on the young, smoking crowd. Because, I mean, I still see, when I go to Wash City Cigar, my tobacconist, I still see, young adults purchasing cigarettes. I still see them purchasing roll your own tobacco. I still see them purchasing pipes. So it's had really no effect on the young adult population. I still see, when I go past my high school, I still see people outside smoking who are underage. And it's not illegal for them to smoke, but it is illegal for them to be given the tobacco by anyone but a parent or a legal guardian. So, and it's also illegal for them to smoke on school grounds. So, so I've seen no change, really. This bill was really to discourage them from smoking. I don't see any change. I see no change. So, give me your thoughts on it. I have to let my dog out of my room. And see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.